All right, guys, Drew Brees joins us here in the Superdome. You guys have lost some games similar to this year. How good does it feel to win a tight one against an opponent as good as Seattle?
It feels good, and listen, it's the next step for us. It's the next step for this team to continue to find different ways to win and continue to put yourself in situations that could arise in the future. And man, you've got a little wisdom now. You've got a little experience that came from a victory like this. First time this team has had to defend that last play situation, inside the 10-yard line, and defense came out on top there and got us the W. But I mean, just all around this whole game, I mean, it was back and forth. It was both teams kind of trading punches, but it was a great team win. I mean, that's the only way you could say it. So complimentary in so many ways. For us offensively, the ability to be very balanced run to pass. I believe we were 35 runs, 35 passes. Doesn't get any better than that. And just our ability to convert on third down and just get points. I think we scored points on 6 consecutive possessions. Didn't punt after the second quarter, So it's, man, when you can do that, control the clock, put your defense out there rested, they get a big turnover that results in 7 points for us. I mean, that's what you're looking for.
I know you wanted more touchdowns in the red zone, but the big 3rd and 2 play, getting Brandon Cooks in the end zone late in this game, that was huge.
That was huge. Listen, they're a tough defense. I think they're the #1 red zone defense coming into this game, and I think they'd only allowed like 10 trips into the red zone. We had 5, But man, yeah, you got to score. You got to score touchdowns. We were able to come up with 2 of those. And listen, the other ones were, maybe there's a situation where you go for it, but in a game like this, where you just know the type of game it's going to be, you say, listen, the points are important. We're going to take the points. We're going to keep the momentum rolling, and when we get back out here, we're going to have to put together another drive.
You mentioned balance on offense. Mark Ingram has some problems fumbling early, but Tim Hightower jumps in the lineup and really gave you a lift in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Tim did great today. Man, he went over 100 yards. So great personal effort on his part, but man, the guys up front, the O-line and the receiving core, because man, tight ends, all those guys were required to do a lot of blocking today to, help push the pile and create some holes for our backs to run through, and they did a phenomenal job. So just all in all, we knew the type of game this was going to be. We knew it was going to be physical, we knew it was going to be tough, and we knew we were going to have to be very patient and methodical.
Drew, you talked about the Seattle defense. You guys, time of possession, had the ball 12 minutes longer than Seattle. I mean, how big was that in this game? That was a huge number, too.
Yeah, that's pretty rare. I mean, but obviously ball control in a game like this, where you can eat up the clock and you can possess it, and especially if you're able to be balanced run to pass, I think keep the defense off balance a little bit. You're able to wear them down throughout the course of those drives, and again, when you get points, I mean, those are positive things.
I know Jimmy Graham's in Seattle. You're all business this week preparing for this game. Did you have a chance to visit with him after the game at all?
I didn't. I looked for him, but it was kind of crazy. But man, I love Jimmy, and I'll be texting him, calling him. We catch up, quite a bit. So, but all good.
Final question. Most importantly, you have a full house. Halloween's in the on-deck circle. Are you ready for Halloween at the Brees house?
Ready for Halloween. Yeah, I think we're ready for Halloween. Just got to figure out what to do with all that candy once we get it. Because I don't want my kids ingesting it all. But no, it's man, it's a great time of year. One of the great things about being a dad is just watching how excited your kids get about the holidays.
Are you dressing up?
Am I dressing up? Yeah, I'll figure something out between now and tomorrow night. Give me 24 hours.
Congratulations on the win. We'll see you on the left coast next week.
You got it. Thank you.
All right, Drew Brees here in the Superdome. The Saints trying to get back to 500 next week against the San Francisco 49ers. That's a story for now in the Superdome. Back to you guys in the Louisiana Cat Studios.